ol'
Hello, everyone.
highness.
Give me.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Yes, we're saying things like that. God,
What do you? Why? I mean, you say it like we don't always.
no, and you're right. I don't know what to expect.
I think
In the wrong place.
You're right. You're right. I fixed it. Look at that. Look at that. I got it fixed, I think.
I'm opening up Roll20 right now. Here we go.
Gotta love it.
Testing.
you've been here for 5.5 minutes, and you're just now opening Roll20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
sounds about right.
Nice,
Hello.
Wendy.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing this fine day? We're back again. I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. It's D&D night.
Yay.
I like D&D night. I think D&D night's a good time. I don't know about all of you.
I try not to think often.
Sid already with the hydrate. Eskilium, welcome in.
Guys, every D&D game, I've never think we're gonna die. Is that bad?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna live forever.
We have proven that
We're
is not the
gods. What are you
fact.
talking about?
Let's go ahead and ask Splendor about that.
I mean, I've never died, not once.
I'm gonna live forever.
That's right.
Just so you're aware, and don't get mad at me when I say this, the reactives aren't actually.
No, I know.
reactive.
I'm trying to do
Okay,
that while we're
just-
talking. Don't I?
just saying,
I'm already
just-
there. I was trying to ignore
I'm
it,
trying
so
to
it
help
didn't.
you.
I was trying not to draw
I
attention
love
to
you.
it.
Don't
I'm
tell
sorry.
him to do when he's already doing it.
I didn't know that he was doing the thing that he was doing because he said that's the thing, and I didn't know. I wasn't unsure, and I was just trying to make sure that we didn't go halfway through the stream and nobody saw them that this thing's broken. And then later he's like, "Why the fuck didn't you say something?"
You're not trusting the process, man.
Ooh,
There's
words.
process?
There's a lot of words going on right now.
Process. There's an entire process.
We are ready.
Are we?
It's a
I
series
feel
of-
we're
it's a
not.
process made up
I'm
of processes.
Actually, I don't have my dice out. One sec.
I have my dice.
God.
I have my Roll20 launched. I'm
ready.
modding your Twitch. I've got my OneNote over here on the side. I've got my camera layout of all these beautiful people that I get to see at home. I think I'm prepared. I also have a drink in this wonderful Renaissance Fair mug.
That's gonna poison you.
And also, Skill, I'm happy to hear that you started your campaign. Let's go. I love new campaigns.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Grim's way of saying I'm going to kill these guys so we can start a new campaign.
Tempting.
That fresh new campaign smell.
Oh yeah.
The fear in level 1 susceptibility to everything.
No, I don't like to start level 1. You guys already know this. I don't.
I fucking hate low level starts. It's like,
I mean,
ugh.
yeah, didn't we start at level 3 with the other campaign?
Yeah, because I
It
You
don't.
gotta start at 3.
So yeah,
Yeah, because
It
I
makes
just.
sense though,
Crazy
because
good
that's
place.
yeah.
you don't get anything good at level 1.
Mm-mm.
How do you justify
or
like the level
2.
3 stuff?
It makes sense, like if you're doing like a box. I will tell you, if you've never played D&D before and you're really, really interested in it, and you've got a group that's never DM'd, picking up Lost Mines of Phandelver is fantastic. It's such a clearly written little campaign. I think it starts at level 1. I'm almost positive
it
it
does.
starts at
Yeah.
level 1.
It does.
And it gets you from level 1 to level 3 so fucking fast in a way that makes sense. And then it goes, oh, this is how you actually build out these stories behind your characters and what they do and whatever. So there are opportunities to start at level 1, but if you've played the game before, it just feels like a drag.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right. Reactors don't seem to be working correctly at the moment, which is fine. Talk for me for a second, Compton.
Talk to me like lovers do.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
not gonna stop. I know. Did it vibrate a little bit in your chest?
No.
Probably not.
Not the chest, somewhere else.
Ooh.
Okay. Choices were made. All right. But while I'm fixing this, we have the person who's doing the recap this week.
Do we?
Yeah. The person who said it is the person who we know is doing the recap.
His picture isn't moving. I don't think he's here.
He was dead at the time.
Hey, hi everybody. You already know what this is, but it's okay. Hey, here, take my hand. Oh, what's that I got in there? It's a strawberry bonbon just for you. Pop that sucker in, and we're gonna run through this.
God damn. I'm feeling it. I don't know how everyone else is feeling right now, but I'm just like, Tell me more.
Mind you, he didn't say where I was popping it in, so dealer's choice.
Doesn't matter.
Hey Ben, that's between you and your doctor and God. So we started last session in this terrible mansion that had become great, both because Reina got here and because Zufem fixed it. Mostly because Zufem fixed it. We'll get to that. Reina awakes, says hello to everybody, with one notable exception, but it's fine. Compton dies. Classic. Didn't even touch a door that time. We love him for it, though. Stoat returns from her swamp adventure, sees Reina, has a great reunion. It's perfect. Roshan has still not been addressed. I'm bitter about it. I'm not actually.
But slightly, possibly, maybe.
Roshan was bitter about it. I'm not. Reina runs to tend to the deceased Compton, but oh, it was a bit. They kiss. It's delightful. I'm so happy these two are back together. After reveling in our reunion for not very long, we get to the Hillgrid issue. Hillgrid, which was spoilers, our small friend, my small friend, personally, we went on a time adventure together. It was very nice.
I almost got him killed.
Yeah, well, these things happen. These things
Honestly,
happen.
looking back, it might have been better for him.
We turn to dealing with the Hillgrid situation. Compton begins to interrogate him. Zufem picks up on the fact this guy's not a friend and just ices him, but not before we do get a tidbit of information about our fiery friends. They all ride under the banner of the Order of the Reborn, which is because phoenixes, with the fire and the wings, and it makes sense. At least I think that's why. It doesn't matter. We didn't get a chance to ask him why that's their branding, but I would think so. Upon Zufem, let's be real, executing this gentleman, we are given his head and a scroll of Speak Undead, a scroll that Compton very quickly eats up. So he has Speak with Undead now. And we still have a head because we didn't ask it any questions. We just kind of stashed that friend in the bag.
It's absolutely preserved.
Yeah, well, sure, like the tarts. Those are preserved.
That they didn't go in the bag of holding. I think they went in the regular bag. Doesn't matter.
Oh, they went
No, they went in the bag
holding.
holding.
Yep.
They went from peach to blueberry.
Yeah,
It was
fuzzy blueberry.
spectacular. But we acquire the rest of his equipment, and Roshan steals a little piece of his hand gem, which it isn't important, but it is good to know for background purposes. They do shatter when we die, which, based on a meta knowledge from the question Grim asked me, does not make me think they are rendered inert, but might be. I don't know. But after all of that is sorted, we leave with our head and proceed into the puzzles, which are great, and they go great for us. There is an Eclipse puzzle that we very quickly resolve after no consequences are levied against any of us. My strength score, the score is still 3, which for the non-nerds does give me a -4 strength modifier.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Don't get hit by that again. Because yeah.
What do you mean? Because yeah. I don't need to be thinking about this because I don't. But we proceed into a library that is full of holograms and little bastards. The little bastards exist solely to make us yell, which is a thing that is desired because the librarian wants to yell at us. And I do want to say, it is revealed later that those imps are the librarians. That librarian's a motherfucker. They're there just to make us yell, which in turn makes the librarian mad, which in turn gives him an excuse to hit us. That's fucked up. But we also come upon
Take notes, Em.
oh god, I didn't write down his name, which is such a stupid thing of me to do.
Ben.
But it was yes,
Finn.
yes, Frieden Finn, our good fox friend. We have a little conversation with him. By we, I do mean Farron and Reina. But they figure out how to free him, which we do, and then we solve the puzzle. Not through Finn's help, because we are very smart. We would have figured it out ourselves.
I still don't know if we should have.
That's fine. We done it, so we should have. We we release him, let him out into the world. Roshan suggesting that he should go to Asmarbug, his father, which is a great bit. But we then proceed to spend what felt like 20 minutes talking about our hand-holding order before we descended into this void that you see now on the screen, which involves a jumping puzzle that certainly had other elements that we just didn't solve because we spent too much time holding hands. So we just kind of flew and beat it. But not before Stoat managed to steal a gem from a pile that she is still holding onto, which stopped her from going through the door. And that is where last session ended.
We don't know
Done.
about that.
I'm not going to talk for the next 20 minutes.
We were
Alright,
beating it while flying. It's different.
Yeah, well,
Also,
yeah,
Farron's a bird.
he is.
Farron is still a bird.
Farron is not just a bird. Farron is a big ass bird. Like he is
Big ass bird.
He's
Giant
a big
bird.
ass bird.
I do think it is a giant eagle, which
He
means
is, yeah.
very big.
Real quick before we do move on, can I ask you a question real quick, Grim?
Yeah, always.
The two pictures with the picture puzzle with the spot the difference.
Yeah.
Would Farron know who that was? Did I ask that before?
You did not ask that before, but Farron would indeed know who that was. That is actually in history. Farron knows him pretty well. He ran his own magical school before the magic school was run down and burned down by the Order.
Did you ever give his name?
It's right on there, Lord Lemnis.
Oh, that's right. Obviously, this is fuck place. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Yep.
Keep going.
What are you talking about? This is your house now, Farron. Take claim. This is
You
your house.
own this. All right. B. Roll a d4. 1 to 2 is you. 3 to 4 is Ghost.
It's one. It's me.
You're due recap next week. So excited.
Don't laugh. That means you're the next week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, don't
as long
laugh.
as long as I don't have to do it this time.
Alrighty then. We will lead off where we left. 1 second, I need to mute that.
Caw.
Caw. 1 second, my voice hurt. Bam. Alrighty. So where we left off last session, you all were holding hands. And as Stoat led the pact to go through the portal, as soon as she tries to step through, the porter rejects her and doesn't allow her to pass.
This is a stupid thing to require of you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask anyways. Is it just like, oh, I've walked into a wall, or is there like a rebounding, forceful push away from
Walk
the door?
into a wall. And give me 1 sec. I'm going to get rid of all you guys for a second and see if this will kick back on the reactors. Be right back.
Bye, everybody.
There we go. That fixed it.
Welcome back.
All right. Yeah. So
Wow,
no.
It was your idea. You didn't even go through with it.
I said it'd be funny. I didn't say we should do it. You should pay attention. The details matter.
So it's more like hitting into a brick wall. That as she tries to traverse, slam right into it.
What the heck?
Caw.
Okay, why the fuck we standing here? Can we get the fuck out of here? Did you see that island just disappeared? This whole thing kind of sucks. Can you go, please?
Stoat's like miming on the door, trying to see why she can't get through it.
The fuck are you doing? Compton reaches out. If I put my hand on the door, can I go through? There's a
You're gonna let go of hands?
No. Oh, I can't, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what about my foot? Like if I kick my foot forward, does my foot go through the
Your foot goes through. Yep.
Stoat, what the fuck you doing?
It wasn't. It doesn't like short people.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that the door can. Okay, we're not. I was gonna, but I'm not. Just, I don't think they see it. What the fuck happened?
I don't know. Stoat's been leading the way the whole time.
Here, Blanksy, hold this. She passes the gem to Blanksy.
What is
He did-
that?
He
What
does
the
like
fuck are you
the
doing?
chipmunk style and sticks it in his mouth, and his cheeks just go.
Stoat, what was that?
What? What was what?
What the thing you just gave to Blanksy?
Oh. Did you see all the gems they got here?
We we specifically said we weren't going to touch those. Put it back.
Yeah, but Blanksy said it. Blanksy, they want you to put it back.
Wait, hold the fuck on. You tell me the mouse told you to pick up the gems after we done told you not to touch nothing, and then you listen to the mouse instead of us.
Well, I mean, they were right there. Like, I was in the pile of them. I didn't think.
I've been right here the whole fucking time. What does that mean? And?
Where did you get it?
Can Stowe put a hand through the door now that it's not necessarily her holding it?
No, she cannot.
I have a question.
Anybody? Yep.
If I look down at the ground,
You would see that everybody has a shadow except for Stowe, including
Hi.
Blanksy.
Hey, Stoat,
Yeah.
I have a question. How long have you not obstructed light? Like at all? How long have you been transparent to the rays of the sun? Where the fuck's your shadow at?
What's happening? She's
You've become one with the
testing her
void.
shadow.
Where did you pick up that gem?
On the floating rock back there. It's just across the. Towards where we came in. Like right there, you see it? There's a lot there. I didn't think, one would cause this much issue.
I'm gonna let go hands. If I fly back to this rock where she got it, it was this one, right?
Yep, that one right there.
Okay. If I fly back to this rock, is her shadow there?
You can roll me. Are you just like digging through the treasure, or what are you doing?
I'm not touching anything. I'm just looking.
With you just looking, you don't see anything at the moment. You can roll me either an investigation or perception check if you like.
Okay. I'll go with perception, I think. Yeah. That's a D12. Okay.
Get it together.
That is a 10.
With a 10, you don't notice anything. You just see a mound of gold. There are like different rises in the gold, like different levels, as it is an absorbent amount. But there is no distinctive. There's nothing distinctive you see besides the treasure with a 10. Just looking directly at the pile.
Okay. How about if I take my staff and kind of like.
Shift it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough. So as you start like shifting through it, what you start to see is not a shadow per se, but you actually see people, skeletons, like almost some that have been mummified, but where instead of they start to rot, it almost looks like their skin has started to turn to gold and silver and gems have started to grow out of them. Very reminiscent of the troll, where you see like the boils and everything coming around his body. Like a diamond, a ruby, a very large gem, almost like a boil coming out of these people that are now silver and gold. But
These are like full-sized bodies just buried under the gold.
Yeah, it looks like they have completely encased themselves into the gold and have slowly started to become it. As you're shifting through it, roll me another either investigation or perception check.
Yeah. I'll go perception again, but I'm going to use a different die.
Use whatever you want. We're leaving.
That's a 21 or 22.
Okay, with a 21, as you're shifting through, the light does catch, and you see that there is a black spot that has a very reminiscent outline that does remind you of cloak-covered Stowe.
Okay, great. I'm coming back. Yeah, so there's like bodies underneath that gold stoat. And they seem to have been eaten by their greed. Like the gold and the gems are like encasing them. And I did see your shadow over there. So I think that you're going to need to put that back. Maybe if you go back over there, put it back. See what happens.
How do I get back over there?
Well, Farron flew you over, right? So he can fly you back.
Caw.
It might not be a bad idea to just leave the mouse there too, since he's so keen on picking up all this shit.
Caw. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
No, I
keep
like
doing
it.
it.
It's making me laugh a lot. I love it. Don't.
Blanksy, can I have that back? She puts her hand out to get the gem back from Blanksy.
Blah, and then gives it to you.
Ew.
Can I just like throw it, or do I have to actually go all the way back there?
I would go over there because if it falls into the void, you're not getting it back. And you
Hey,
only get one
Farron,
chance.
can you hear me when you're? Can birds hear?
Eagle Farron will nod at you.
Do you think you can get me back over there? I forgot my shadow.
Farron's gonna fly up and like fly in place and hold out a foot, a claw.
Compton looks to
talon.
Rashawn as this thing's happening. Did she just say she forgot her shadow? Like that's what had happened. That's not what had happened, right? Like she left it there in exchange for the gem.
Technically, it would be correct to say that she forgot it if she wasn't thinking about it. Not forgot as in left, but forgot as in forgot.
Okay. Yeah. Huh. I don't think about my shadow often. I must forget it all the time.
And you're lucky because it follows you.
Oh shit. It has an option. It could choose. Oh no. Don't
Apparently.
tell me about this. I'm gonna think about this all fucking day.
You'll never forget your shadow.
Compton looks down at his shadow questioningly.
Stoke grabs the foot,
Okay.
the talon.
And Farron will fly her over to the rock.
Okay. Put you guys on the map where you are.
You go, Farron. I'll follow.
I do want to say that Farron does not land on the rock. He's still flying.
Oh, I fully assumed you were not going to land.
Yes. Okay. But he will let Stowe down gently.
Stoke drops the gem even before she hits the rock.
Okay. You drop the gem.
And she looks for her shadow. Can she see it?
You can roll me either an investigation or perception check.
Oh, sorry. I didn't key up, did I? 27.
27. So you see that all the treasure and loot has been shifted side to side, pushed out of the way, and you do in fact see an outline that does look like your shadow. And you see it is now starting to curl around where you drop the gem, like holding it and bringing it close to itself.
No, don't do that. Come here. She tries to entice her shadow back.
Okay. It's going to be opposed. So 1, you need to make a wisdom saving throw, and your shadow is going to make a persuasion check.
Right now I can't access my character sheet. My D&D is just like D&D Beyond is just cycling.
Okay, I got it up right here. Your saving throw is a +1.
I think it's +1.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. You're not a very persuasive person, so it's just a regular D20. So I don't think I can win. 15. Okay. So you can feel like your shadow as you're like stepping on it, trying to get your footing, placing back where you're supposed to be standing, matching with your shadow, kind of chasing it around. As soon as you make full contact with it, you can feel like almost your own voice starting to talk to you. We need to stay. We need to be one with this wealth. We need to keep as much as we can. We need to encroach upon it. Keep it as close as we can. But you push like the thoughts out of your head. You know that's not your voice, it's something else. And you feel like that connection once again with your shadow.
So just looks back at Compton and Raina and her friends. And longingly wishes to be back near them. I think we're good to go, Farron.
Grab the claw.
So it grabs the claw.
Yeah, you hear the bird go.
Okay, D&D's working again. Sorry about that.
And
No problem.
Farron will fly us back.
All right, easy enough. You fly back. One thing you do notice, Stoat, that as you and Farron are flying off, you see that as you are all just about to take off and you start to head off from that stone, you start to see like little energies of like shadow motes starting to rise and start to reach out kind of towards you all as you fly away. But you all were very quick and did not waste time. So whatever entity was on that rock, you got away from. And you arrive back on the platform. Raina, Compton, and Roshan, as you are all waiting for them to fly there and fly back, because it does take a little bit. Anything you were all discussing?
I think that if we're just left there waiting, right? Raina's like chastising Stoat, all that stuff. Compton's gonna try to look through this like opening. Is there an actual door there, or is it just a portal?
It's
Like
a black swirling portal with that like gold and silvery coloring that you've seen swirling inside of it. Just like the one in the library, you can't see where you're going, unlike the hallways. This is in fact a portal through. Compton knowing magic very well, this one is almost like a transportation spell, not a passageway.
Okay. I think he does. He spends a fair amount of whatever time it was that they were doing that, inspecting it, just like looking around the edges of it to see how it's like and it's maintained here in the surface, and it's just like this place is cool fucking magic, you know. So he's just kind of like in it. He's looking at the magic shit.
Roll me an investigation or arcana.
Okay, hold on. That's a 14, and we'll use arcana because why not? So 14 and 12, 26.
Okay, write on your character sheet for me, a piece of paper somewhere. Partial gateway inscription.
Okie dokie.
All right.
I did it. I wrote it. It's in my OneNote.
All right. Roshan and Raina.
Roshan has his arms, like his hands behind his back, and he's just kind of leaning over the edge, staring down into the void. Just kind of idly. He's not looking for anything. He's just like, man, we're just kind of waiting. So he's taking in the scenery.
Yeah, and you'll see, like, every once in a while, when you all were casting magic, it was located a lot more towards you. Almost like your magic drew the effect that was happening. But you can see off in the distance, you can hear that whoop and the shh. The Stoat is like making wiggly eyebrows at me on the camera, and I don't know what's going on. But you hear that like wind up, and then like the thunder, and you see very, very far off in the distance, like something gets summoned or gets taken away as you see hundreds of these little floating island platforms throughout this void.
I would have just been watching
All right.
Stoat's progress.
All right, and then with that, you would see Farron in his eagle form, Stoat hanging on by the talon. They come back, land on the platform.
She has her shadow back.
As you can see that she does indeed.
All right. Should work now. I'm gonna try again. Hands.
Yeah, I got two of them. What? It's just an eye joke. No, I don't got two eyes. I got two hands. They're both right here.
Yeah, hold on to your buddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here you go. How do we hold the bird hand? Birds are fine, just so y'all know. They like to walk. It's easier than flying.
Farron's gonna hold out a feather. Just one single feather of his wing.
All right.
Yeah.
And one after another, you all teleport into another chamber. Roll down. As you...
Okay, there.
Farron's gonna drop the wild shape real quick. Sorry.
All right. No problem at all. So as you all enter, you see, while this one here is not as ornate or well stocked as the library that you were in before, this one here still has rows and stacks of books. Just a general feeling almost like someone's either private stash of books or a more refined collection, maybe only following one school of magic. You see that there are two giant ornate iron suits of armor right here, and four pillars that only rise about 9 feet high, but you can see the ceilings are much higher. These don't support the ceilings, they're just pillars that are far up.
And these walls ahead of us, they go all the way up to the ceiling?
Yep.
Okay.
The pillars, I assume, are these items here.
Yep.
So these gold items.
Yeah, when looking around, you see those. Those are little small plates that are on the ground.
All right. Okay.
From where you're standing right now, you see that they're discolored on the floor, but you're too far away to see what is going on with them.
If I come
yeah, I'll
here,
go look at one.
well, can I see if it has like a engraving on it or something?
They do indeed have engravings on them. They have engravings of names that you would, in fact, remember quite well. Raiden Odelf, Talreen Searear, Amir Salazar, Farnham Starkor. And you remember those are the names of the four members that you know of, some of the head teachers of the Infernal Prophets. And they're all in loving memory of.
Like tombstones?
No, just either like when you're looking at them, you know, when some people like either make donations or are very higher ups, or say like a dean who may have left the school, those type of plaques.
Compton would most definitely get down on a knee, cast some light to put some better illumination over this plaque that he's next to, and fully investigate it to see if there's like any indentations, any raised markings, any indicator that this plaque can either be slid, moved, lifted, something should be on it, something, and all of the things. Does it feel like it moves? All that shit.
Are you going to take your time with it?
Oh, yeah.
And if you're going to take your time, you don't even have to roll. You can see, like, as you're like going around, you see that there is a little reprieve from the rest of the plate where it stands differently than the stone that it's sitting on. When you're ground looking at it, it doesn't look like it can be pried up, but kind of testing it. Do you ever like put your weight on it, or are you just looking from the outside?
He's smart enough to know how traps work.
Yeah.
So like he would do that thing where there's enough weight to feel like if it's spring loaded or shifts, but not enough weight to trigger an action.
You put your hand on it and you do feel that it pushes in slightly. Like, unless you start putting like good amount of force onto it, like you have to lean into it one point and then it slowly starts to shift. Whatever is making this push further in requires a good amount of weight. But you do notice, now roll me an investigation check as you slightly lean and push into it.
8 on the die, but 9, so 17.
You're so focused on what you're doing, you feel like there was something that you just, either Farron, Stowe, Reyna, or Roshan, either they moved something or just caught your attention for a split second. Like something may have happened, but you were just drawn away for that split second where you didn't notice it.
Okay. But that would have happened during the weight application. Okay.
You do know that it seems to be some type of pressure plate. Roshan, Stoat, Farron, and Reyna. What are you up to?
Can I? He
Yeah.
will disseminate that, by the way. So go to the. But he will. You guys are aware of this. He says, "Hey, these are like pressure plates."
Can you go over the names again? It was Rodon, Talreen, Amal, and the last one was
Farnon Starkgore, which you know Farnon Starkgore is the dwarven giant who is your teacher. He is the one who has the giant hammer and the flaming beard.
Looking at these plates and around these pillars.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec. Is there anything? One sec. I'm sorry.
Okay. Farron, Reyna, and Roshan. Oh, cat.
Cat attack, guys. When a cat attacks, you have to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important.
Mhm.
So just on these shelves here.
Yeah.
Is there any theming or rhyme or reason to what is on them, or does it just seem random?
And once again, you're taking your time, so I won't even require a roll. You do see this, while the other library did focus on other forms of magic, these ones purely are on the form and function of shadow magic and conjuration magic, as well as the Feywild.
Okay. And if I go down this whole row of shelves, is it all of it, or is it
All-
just these shelves I'm in front of?
The one you're in front of, you go on the other ones. They are all different forms of functions. You see some that are talking about a lot of Fey type creatures, right?
Okay.
You see that there are different volumes of the understanding. Like there's shadows based with conjuration, shadows that cause illusion, shadows that cause like life siphoning. It's all different type of volumes of understandings of the different types of shadow magic.
Okay.
Farron's also going to look at the books. Are there some books that look like they're more worn down than others, or?
Yeah, you can roll me an investigation on that one.
And just in keeping with the theme, he will mention that out loud. They're all sort of shadowy books. There's something here about fairies. I don't know.
You said
The
investigation?
shadows.
Yep.
23.
23. You do see that there, when you're looking through them, there are two volumes that are very worn out. One is talking about a book that kind of a callback to what some of you know, The Mistress of the Moon. It's one that gets taken out and used very often. And then there is another one. Got to get his name. Second. Where's my research one? There we go. The other one is The Battle of the Courtless. This is another very well worn out book.
Courtless?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Farron's not going to touch them just yet, but he will.
Okay.
Say that out loud.
Compton.
Yeah.
When you come into this room, because you're there, I can see you. When you come into this room, you see that there is a large stone upstanding. The yellow pad is no more than about a foot off the ground. But you do see that the red pad is about 2 to 3 feet off the ground. And then far off into here, you see that there is, it almost looks like a pool, but there is no water inside of it.
Okay. The yellow and the red pads, what material is it? Does it look like painted stone? Does it look like
It looks like colored stone, yes. Not gems.
without getting closer?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's well worked? Like the corners are beveled, things like that, or does it look like rough hewn?
Very well crafted, almost like a marble slate shine to it.
Does it match the wall I'm standing next to? Like in terms of craftsmanship?
No, this one is very much more well crafted.
If you can't tell, I didn't go in any further because that's
Oh, no.
scary. There's a
I s-
threshold there.
I know what you're doing. I wasn't going to question it because I knew what you were doing. What's everybody
Yeah.
else doing though?
I wanted to know if there was like any regress, in the plaques for gems.
There is not. There's just purely the plaques. The plaques, though they are the engravings on them are very nice and regal looking lettering. They are very mundane themselves. But Compton did inform you that when he put pressure on them, they did start to shift into the ground, because he did notice like they are standing a little bit higher up than the stone. And as he like put his weight down onto them, they start to lower to the level of the floor.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Hey, any of them books in there look like they got water damage on them?
Do they? I'll look at the ones that I'm in front of.
When you're going through them right now, not any water damage. Every once in a while, both Farron and Raina, because you're spending your time, and Roshan would have noticed you're looking through all the books. Every once in a while, there's like this black, almost like smudge ickiness on books every once in a while. But when you touch them, like it's almost just like a tar onto it. But when you rub it off, it almost kind of burns away as you relieved it from its surface that it was stuck on.
There's some like, I don't know, book mold or gross stuff on some of them, but no water. No like liquid damage.
Is it? This might be a dumb question. Is it like the weird, gross black stuff, like in the dark at night?
Very, very similar.
I knew it. Okay.
Hey, okay. So here's the deal, right? You know how I told you them their plates, they're pressure sensitive and whatnot. I did a quick walk around, and on the back side of this, we got two platforms, red and gold, yellow. And then there looks to be some kind of, I don't know, fountain. There's like there's is the right word cistern? I don't know. There's a depression by which one would usually find some water, but there's no water in it. And I'm thinking that if we fuck up, this room finna fill up with whatever should be in there and kill us all. That's just a thought. Could be wrong. Hope I am.
All right, well, let's not do that.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay. Hey, just maybe this whole thing is set up so that all four what is it, schools, practices, applications of magic, they're represented, right? Do you think we just need one person to stand on each one of these plates that we're supposed to be representing?
Could be.
Maybe.
That
So
could
what, that's
also
crime?
release the fluid.
No, I know, right? So I'm wondering, do y'all see anything else that we're supposed to be putting on the plates? Like, if not us, what?
Are there any more of these guys? And she'll point to the suits.
I mean, there might be on the hallway on the other side. I didn't see Rashawn. You go down that other way, or you just over
No,
here with me?
I followed you.
Okay, yeah. On this side, no. I don't know what's on the other side though. I assume it's just a passageway through.
Can I inspect this suit of armor here?
Yeah. When you're looking at the armor, what specifically are you looking for before I describe it?
Just its general aspect, and then also if it looks like it's been moved or is movable.
Two things. So first off, the armor is reminiscent of the armor design on the right-handed door when you were in the study of the children of Dia. The people who were completely armored clad, rushing towards the left door. This one here, the very black, very like obsidian type armor, very jagged type of edges. This one matches that symbology very well. You do notice that the statues do not seem to be affixed to the pillar that they're standing on. They just look, they are stacked very well. If someone were to, say, push them or topple them over, they would fall.
Well, these are movable. They look like the, battle-y side of, remember the door in the book?
Yeah, the same doors that were in Durant's little house. Well, not the same doors, but similar. Yeah.
And these suits are on pedestals, right? They're not just on the floor. They're on pedestals.
Yep, they're on pedestals raised up. Like
do
you go to a museum.
Do the pedestals look like they're pressure plates at all, or they just...
When you're looking at them right now, no, not at all.
Okay.
You do see that they don't look like they've been dragged anywhere. But you do see that once again, they are not like concrete cemented to the floor. You could probably push those as well. You had enough strength.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Can anybody, like, I don't know, that's too high for me to see. These pillars here, they don't reach the ceiling, right? So, like, is there anything on top of them?
I'll check. I'll go up, fly up to see this.
And do you land on top of them, or do you just hover above them?
Hover above.
Okay. Hovering above them, you just see that they come to a point at the top. They look very decorative. As you are going and flying up higher and higher than them, you do see that there is elven script around them. Mostly about them is just talking about the different schools of magic. And each pillar that you're standing in front of, it talks about kind of matching these plaques that they are reminiscent and almost talking about the magic that is involved with each school.
They just have script on them talking about each school of magic. At the base of the pillar, Grim, does it look like it can recede into the floor?
When you're looking at the base of the pillar, it does not look like it can recede the floor, but you do see that there are like cracks at the base of it, and you see like there are some corners that have been chipped away, where you notice that they are not adhered into the floor. They are just sitting on top.
Well, these are just sitting on top of the floor, so maybe they go on the plates.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Compton's going to come back to this plate that he's next to. This is important. When Compton passes Rashawn, because Rashawn was following him, and he continues to come back into the room, he's going to like hand on him, like, "Hey, stay with us. Like, I know I wandered away, and I'm glad you followed me, but let's stick together while we're doing this." Right?
They follow.
Yeah. What's the name on this specific plaque here?
That one there will be Talrine Searear.
And if I look at this pillar next to me, is the language associated to this pillar specific to Talrine and the magic associated to her school?
You can see all of them are actually written in, do you speak Abyssal?
Let me check. Probably not. Celestial, Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan, so no.
Okay, but you do understand two languages on it, the Elven and the Sylvan. There's Elven, Sylvan, and another third language that you don't understand. Anyone that can speak Elven, Sylvan, or Abyssal, those are the three languages that are on all of the pillars. So
as soon as Compton realizes there's a language he doesn't understand, I'm going to ritually cast Comprehend Language. Using the feature from my book, just because he's a nerd. I'm not going to ask somebody to read this to me.
Do you think if we took some of these books, something bad would happen?
I'm hoping not, because I want to take some of these books.
Yeah.
One way to find out.
Yeah, so I did cast that to read the entirety of this.
Then I'm going to ask a question. Did you read the entirety of it as well right now?
Yeah, I would have read the Sylvan and the Elven.
Okay. Both of you I know you two are going to discuss this through as you're going through. One sentence catches both of you. Magic is not everything. Sometimes there needs to be might.
Are they identical outside of that as well?
No. So yours is like a history of Talarian Seer, of like the school being created, where this one was. This one here, where Reina is standing, is actually about my document. This is why you write things down, everybody. This one here is Almir Salazar, and this one talks of the undead rising, of disgruntledness, of how the gnomish races was once again enslaved, and just almost a history of what these people have gone through over time to create their wings of their schools.
And go ahead.
Each pillar has that sentence.
Yes, but both your pillars, it almost seems like the reason why you both can call it out, it doesn't seem to match with the rest of what the pillar is trying to do. They both have a quote that seems to be the exact same, while each of these pillars seem to be a historical monument to these teachers.
So I want to say with that that if these pillars are to be put on those pressure plates, that they would need to be done. It would need to be done without magic. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to push these fucking things. And it sounds like, I mean, luckily they're right next to where they're supposed to go. I would
Do they
assume
match
that.
up?
Well, my pillar matches up my plate. Does yours or not?
Yes.
Okay. I think this is probably going to be time sensitive.
So should we grab books first then?
No, I think once we get the pillars on the plates, we're all right. I think what happens is if we start putting pillars on plates, but we don't get all 4 of them done quickly, then we got to deal with some shit. I doubt it has to be simultaneous. That just feels like it's too much.
Oh, well, God's gone, so I can't ask him questions. But
God's never been here. What are you talking about? God's gone. God's been gone the whole fucking time. Showed up, put a whole bunch of folks on the planet, made us all look different, talk different, act different, and then said just figure that shit out and fucked off. Know what I mean?
so
Folks
I
at
want
home,
that.
Grim's not here. Oh, you guys
I
can
want
see
that.
Grim's not
Yeah,
here.
they can see Grim. I want that Battle of the Courtless book.
I want the other one, Mistress of the
Yeah.
Moon.
Yeah, we need all that shit.
Yeah.
Guys, we're taking it's a
We need
bag of
some
holding. Just start fucking
fairy
dumping shit
books.
into the fucking bags.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thought. We got to push these pillars onto these plates.
Yeah, I'm gonna test
Agreed.
it right now, but Grim left. Grim, if I test it, if I stand on this side of the pillar and test push, can I push it at all?
Roll my strength check.
Okay. It's not great.
Without pushing anything, Compton has a different question from a mathematical standpoint. Pushing these things sounds great, but they're fucking 9 feet tall, and I know how shit works. Are they going to topple before they slide?
Depends on how heavy they are.
It also depends on how magic they are.
And where the weight is,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I got a 19, but they taper off at the top, so they're heavier on the bottom.
Only
So
a
with-
little.
So, Reina, when you're pushing, like, it does budge and it slides, right? The biggest thing, though, is that when you are pushing it directly at the base, you start to notice it tips the opposite direction.
They are tippy, but they can be moved.
Maybe we just gotta scooch them,
Yeah, but that doesn't seem good if it's a time-sensitive thing.
Watching this, does it tip the opposite direction, like it's reacting to the force being applied under it, or does it look natural the way that it's tipping the other direction?
I knew exactly what you were asking. It looks unnatural that as she is pushing it down at the bottom, it almost seems like an exact opposite reaction is happening at the top.
Roshan is just going to kind of wave from where he's at. Is that the right one for the plaque?
Yeah, the plaque matches up with the pillar.
It looks like it wants to go the other way. It wasn't the way you pushed it. It was not moving right.
The bottom was. The top was going the opposite way.
When he says it was not moving right, he's pointing at the top.
Does it feel like when you use pushing it? Does it feel as heavy as it looks?
It does not right now.
No, it's lighter. Well, what
Looking
if
at
I get a pie and push it from the top and someone else pushes it from the bottom?
I don't think that's the case. Hold on a second. So the base of these pillars is not the same size as the base of these plaques, right?
Right.
Roshan, can you do me a favor?
Absolutely.
Your idea is right. Roll me an investigation, though.
Well, I was. Can I ask a maybe clarifying question?
Mm-hmm.
The indent that Compton identified on these plaques, when I look at the tip of the pillars, does it look like it's a similar shape? My investigation is not super great. That's an 11.
An 11? Something seems off to you with the way the pillar is tipping seems off. But there's one other aspect that you're just not getting from how far you are away to seeing what they're doing. But when you're looking at the plaque and the indent, you do notice that right underneath the names there is like a triangular tip.
And that matches the shape
Of the tip.
Okay.
So we got to rotate them upside down.
It wants just the tip.
It never wants just the tip. That's just how it starts.
You have to flip them? How the fuck is that going to work?
Okay, wait a second. It's 9 feet long. Is it 9 feet tall, Grim?
It's 9 feet tall.
What? Okay, this is so stupid. Compton's gonna start pushing the bottom of this.
Okay.
Does it rotate? Because you say that effectively, looking at the camera, if I'm pushing the bottom here, it rotates like this.
I'll show you. So if you're pushing it this way, right? The tip is going this way.
Yeah, I get that. Now, this is the stupid question. This
it
is the nerd
rotates in
question.
place,
Does it
yeah.
rotate in the middle or does it
of
rotate
gravity.
lower?
Rotates in the center of the
Okay.
gravity.
So half of 9 feet is 4.5 feet. This thing can spin in the middle of this without it touching any walls.
Mm-hmm.
So Compton's going to get on this side of this pillar and push, like walk push, so that the tip rotates down towards the plaque wall side.
Yep. And as you're pushing this way now and it rotates, the tip comes underneath of you and you start to walk. The tip makes contact with that plate, and as you keep pushing it up, it starts to push the plaque down, and you see that there is a black gem underneath this one that starts to glow on the base of this.
Hot sauce. If I
Is
let
it
go,
working?
well, yeah, no, I think it is. I imagine Compton's like holding up the fucking pillar up with one hand, kind of like you do, right?
And as you're pushing it up, Compton, you see an energy comes out from the floor like that.
If I let go,
It disappears.
does it? So the pillar starts rotating back.
With that one there, like if you're holding it right there and you like push it fully in, as soon as the plate goes all the way in, you hear a click. It doesn't move afterwards when you let it go.
I can back up and it's set. It's just cool. Yeah, no, I think it works. And he's gonna point to the ground. Look, there's this light and whatnot. It's going that way, and there's a gem in here. I ain't finna touch it. That ain't my color.
All right, I'm going to rotate this one.
Yeah, get between the pillars and the wall and then push them.
Yep.
All
I'm gonna
right.
do
So
this
it's
one.
gonna go north.
Roshan is just staring at this pillar because he knows he's weak as shit right now, and even though these are magic, he doesn't actually think he can move it.
All right. So I did the wrong connection.
This is me rubbing on you.
All right.
Hello?
And are you guys doing anything? Roshan, you're pushing it the way that you're pushing it?
No, Roshan isn't touching it.
Oh, okay.
He's observing because he's not even gonna make the attempt. He knows that he's weak as shit.
All right.
I guess Farron's not very strong, but he doesn't have a negative. So Farron will give it a shot for this last one.
From the other side.
Yeah, if you're on that side, it won't work.
There you go.
There you go. You guys got it figured out. And as you all push these ones into position, you see that there are 4 gems matching your hand. You see there's the blue gem, the black gem, the green gem, and the red gem.
Compton is compelled. Is this gem accessible?
You're going to have to like reach up and put your hand up to stand tall, but for you it would be accessible, yes.
Wait, what is it floating out of? Did it float out of the ground? Like, where did this thing show up at?
Out of the bottom. You guys noticed them when you started tipping them up, and the base of it started to appear when you saw the gems appear.
It's
They only
because
started-
The base is up in the air a little bit.
Yep.
Hmm.
And they only
The
started to
gems are in the
glow
backs of the pillar.
in the bottom of the pillar. Yep, that's why you didn't notice them until you guys started tipping them.
But yeah.
I feel like I'm compelled to touch it.
You
Same.
gotta touch it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. I think Compton sees it and he's just like, "Ooh, that's nice." And he uses his gem hand. He's not. He's just like, "Oh yeah, no, this is my baby."
Okay.
I touch it.
All right.
I don't take it. Different words.
So as soon as you touch it, your gem starts to glow. You start to feel an energy course throughout you. And you gain a +1 DC on all of your necromancy spells.
Oh my. Compton tells everybody he feels great. Hey guys, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I touched it and I feel good. Like I feel great. Like I feel so good right now. Miss Raina, I feel so good that we got to figure something out later. This feels so good.
Should I go touch my gem?
I mean, like, you can call me Jim if you want to, but my name's Compton. But yes, the glowing rock that matches your hand, you should touch it. It was a good joke, right? It was pretty funny.
It was a good joke. Raina's gonna kiss him on the cheek and then hold over to her gem.
Same thing. You touch it over. You feel, for you feel like this gust of wind, a nice cool breeze wash over you. And any of your elemental based spells, DC is +1.
Stoat, come touch this gem.
Is Stoat tall enough?
Someone's going to have to uppy.
I'll hold you up.
Yeah, can you just like a leg up? Just a little.
Yeah. I'll hoist her up.
All right. Stoat, yours is a bit different because you don't have any elemental magic. So your ability that you have will reduce the AC by another 1.
It reduces the AC of your target by 1.
Oh no, hers already reduces the AC by a lot higher. This just adds another 1 onto it.
That's so good.
It's a once per day.
It's still so good.
I know it is. All right.
Nice.
Farron will touch the black one.
Farron, you have a different reaction. You see the image of a beautiful elven woman. Joel, right there. Appears in your mind as a visage. You kind of touch the gem and you see this beautiful night sky and this gray moon surrounding it. The book that you have on you, you feel like an instant connection, the Mistress of the Moon. Like, just the book almost seems to radiate with you as you touch this gem. This image flows into you. And just these words of, "You're almost there. Child of shadow, student of the dark. Just a little bit further." And right now, any shadow-based spells and conjuration spells, your DC will increase by 1.
Okay.
And Roshan, do you touch yours?
Roshan spends a good minute staring at it because last time he touched something like this,
Yep.
it was not a great experience. But after seeing everybody else do it, he's just like, okay, if I go mad, I go mad. It's fine. It's going to help. He will reach up and touch it.
All right. When you touch yours, it almost seems like when you reach out, you see like this hazy image of like 3 different other of your hands. One's doing it like they're all reaching up. You see one of them has the gem on the opposite hand. Another one is wearing a glove, but all 3 of these different hands, kind of like shadowy shimmers, reach for the gem at the same time. Same thing. Anything that will like cause your transmutation, those will go up by 1 for your DC.
Spectacular. Need to give me some of those spells.
So after Compton did his and told everybody how you should do that and had the gym joke and the kiss, because God, the kiss is so important, y'all. He does get bored because he's fucking Compton. And I'm going to start just looking at all the books in like this area. Anything that might pop out to his interest specifically.
I would say for Compton, he's going to find roll me a d4.
One.
You are going to find a book with 1 spell scroll in it.
Oh shit. Okay. That's nice.
But Reyna, Stout, and Farron, as soon as you all push these pillars into place, you all did know something. You were distracted by the gems and wanting to touch them. But you do feel that where there was no air, it was very musty, very dusty in this area. You start to see that the dust is starting to shift around now. You feel like the sense of fresh air, almost like the smell of like water almost starting to radiate through the halls coming down, like a wind is blowing this smell, the sensation towards you all.
Like it's gonna rain?
Nope, just that either a new form of wind appeared where there was none in this room.
Yeah, we've got some airflow that wasn't here prior to the pillar flip. Should that be concern to us? Maybe we move on.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, you mean like we opened up a passageway of some kind, created a draft?
Yeah, something.
Can I follow where the wind is coming from?
Yeah, easy enough. Where the light started shooting towards, and like
Back
coming
over that
down
way? Okay.
so it's coming down these hallways.
Both sides?
Yep.
So Farron's gonna look at the group and just start slowly walking in that direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this out. You guys got your books?
So
But yeah, I don't know if we said that, but I took the Mistress of the Moon book.
I assumed
Okay.
you grabbed them. So
Cool.
Farron, you notice when you come into this room where you don't, I don't think Compton said it, but you see now that there is this yellow platform and this perfectly in line red platform. Not raised whatsoever. It's perfectly in line with the yellow. It just looks like a perfect stone now made of this yellow stone and then red stone in the center. The perfectly flat, smooth platform risen up. But you do see the wind sensation coming as you see the swirling shadow up here in the corner. Where the pool once, you see this black ichor just swirling and swirling in this dark pool.
Did anyone else follow me?
As far as it looks, no.
Compton would have made the comment about, yeah, it sounds like that's a draft, but he's just looking at fucking books. Unless somebody's like, oh, it's time to go. Guys, we're in a library. I don't have a fuck off fox man that I have to worry about. I'm enjoying my time.
Farron's, you guys coming? Like, Farron's already left.
Just take all the books. Can't you fit them in your bag?
Well, wait a second. So I was thinking about this, the whole taking the books things. Compton looks at the bookshelf. Does it look like books are missing, or does this look full? Like,
I would probably say it's about 65% full.
I'm going to look at the spaces that don't have books.
Yep.
Any variance in the level of dust? Does it look like books might have been in
Yes.
some of these spaces? Oh, there is variance. Cool. We can take whatever the fuck we want. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, if it's a good book, I'm finna read it. We could just put it in the bag.
Yeah.
We can't take all the books though, because I mean, if we don't need it, we shouldn't take it. Other people might need to check them out.
Okay, fine. But hurry up because we gotta go.
Do you think any of them got sex in it? We should find the sex books. You know, there's always like one or two. And we done read the one that we had. We need a new one.
A Karma Sutra book or something.
Yeah, I don't know about this room seems to be filled with mostly like relevant magic books, but maybe.
Roll me a
I mean,
D100
you'd know
high or
better
low.
than me. Always high.
Always high and B has
Always
to roll it.
high. But no. She got called on it. Go ahead, Aaron. Don't let me fuck us.
98.
You do
Oh
find
my
that
god.
Did we get a sex book?
you do find the Feya Sutra. How to not get tails and horns entangled during tantric sex.
Oh, we got to get this book. That book's gonna
Perfect.
come.
Here, take this one.
Get it. The book's coming. Let's go. Okay, we put the book in the bag.
And I
There is-
definitely
Go ahead.
I
That's so
definitely
funny.
want that other one that Farron found there.
The courtless.
Battle of the Courtless.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I want some of these Fey books over here.
Are there?
If you guys want to take it, you can just shove all the books in there if you want to take the time to do it.
No, because here's the thing. I don't want you to give us 50 books. Like, it's important to take books that are actually going to matter.
Yep.
Are there any books at all that are relative to? And I always forget the name. It's not Ansara. What's the continent that's a little bit to the east? That's all deserty, where Rashawn's from.
Andara.
Andara, not Ansara. Are there
Yep.
any historical Ansara books?
There are.
Some old shit though.
Most of these books are very old in here.
Good. I need them. I need old Ansara history.
Easy enough.
Okay, so just so that we can make this simple, the list of books we're taking: Battle of the Courtless, right? Battle of
Yeah.
the Courtless.
Mhm.
You took the Shadow Moon. Was that what it was?
Mistress of the Moon.
Mistress of the Moon.
The book that I took with the spell scroll, it can go unnamed.
Yes.
It is
currently.
okay. So just spell scroll. We got the Feya Sutra,
God damn it.
and then just one or two books on Andara. Does it matter?
A couple of books. There's going to be a couple of books that you're going to do because they're going to be
Couple of
different.
Andara.
Different.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll give you a couple names. Ones that I know you're going to be interested. There's Evolution throughout Valencia. The History's Arcane Discoveries. Fundamental Understandings of Deities of Valencia, and the Book of Subjugation.
You speak so much faster than a motherfucker can type. Am I a court recorder? Like,
Yes.
can you give me a moment,
Yeah.
please?
I think
Evolution-
your hands work as fast as your mouth. So there we go.
Listen. Evolution through Valencia, History, Arcane
No,
Discovery.
I'm
He's
adding
typing
them
up.
right now.
Thank you.
It's almost
Can
like
you
I
do-
have this. What's up?
I want some of these the Feywilds books.
Yep.
And also anything that might have info on Bushagi in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, and then especially for Raina would want. There we go. The Realms Beyond: Understanding of the Weave.
Cool.
Books.
I'll hand it to Compton.
If you're playing D&D and you're not going after books, that's cool.
You guys love your books.
All right,
I
let's
love
go.
some books.
So as you all are scrounging, Roshan and Farron, what are you guys up to up there? You see the swirling portal, Blackacre. You see this perfectly flat yellow and red platform.
Rashawn's just kind of got his hands in his pockets because he knows everybody else is back there still. So he's just kind of, because like they're not going to leave without him. So, reading any good books lately?
You know, I haven't read in a while, but and he's gonna show the Mistress of the Moon. I do have something in the works, though. I do have, maybe later tonight.
Oh, that's nice. I can't remember the last time I read a book. I'm bad at small talk, but you know.
Yeah, me too. It's
If
Roll
only
for
our friends were
awkwardness.
here.
roll for awkwardness. Oh, natural 1.
That sounds about right for Farron.
So is the swirling ichor thing, is that what's causing the wind?
Yep,
Or is
you
it
can
just-
feel that
okay.
as where the wind is coming from. Yes.
Okay. Farron's gonna step closer to it. Nothing, like the gem doesn't react or anything?
You do feel that it feels like your hand is being pulled to it.
Okay. Hey, Prashant, can you come here for a second?
Sure.
Do you, is your gem, are you being pulled towards this thing?
Rashawn will hold out his gem hand. Do I feel any pull whatsoever?
You feel no reaction whatsoever.
Oh.
No, not really. I mean, it's your house, so it makes sense. It wouldn't be wanting me there. I mean, I think it doesn't mind me being there, but it doesn't want me there.
Remind me one more time. Is it just is it like a pillar of this, or is it just like a pool?
No, it's a pool. It's a pool on the floor.
Okay.
You weren't there before, but it was an empty pool where it looked like there should have been water. Now you can see that this shadow has risen up to the rim of it. It's now like a swirling whirl.
Farron's gonna step to the edge of the pool. Rashawn, can you do me a favor?
I will do you a favor in hearing what this favor is. Wait until I agree to the favor to do anything.
Can you hold my hand? And Farron's gonna hold out his non-gem hand.
The gem is in your left hand, right?
Yes, so he's holding out his right hand.
Okay. Yeah, he will.
I appreciate Splinter so much.
He will take your hand very gently. Okay, I do want to say they're going to be here. I would hope anytime now. So maybe don't. But also, if you're going to, I got you.
Farron's just gonna nod and squeeze Rashawn's hand and put his gem hand into the pool.
So you took your hand out of Roshan's hand.
No, I squeezed.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Wrong way. I was looking at it wrong.
Other hand. No, you're good.
All right. First off, for Roshan's purposes, you're touching Farron's hand, and you've touched him in the past. He feels actually warm to the touch right now. And as you're looking at him, he has a little bit of coloration to his skin. Not much, just a bit. But as he puts his hand in the pool, both of you are pulled into, just like you've seen where your bodies get stretched. You start to swirl and swirl like you're being flushed down a toilet as you just both get sucked into this world.
Oh, good.
Well,
Dick.
Raina.
You think there's
Compton's-
other books in here with sex in them too? I mean, they're like, you think it's just the one? Do you think it's just like a historical perspective of sex, or do you think there's like something in here that tells us how to like, it's like more of a narrative, a drama based? He's just, and Compton's like scratching his chin, just perusing the fucking stacks.
So it's like a annoyed child waiting for their parents to leave. Can we just, they've already gone, you guys, hurry up.
Fine, I guess. I guess it's time to go. Where the fuck they go, anyways?
Wait
Wait a
this
second, what-
way.
Okay. Oh wait, are we ready, Ms. Raina? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. We'll read it later.
Yeah. There's. Wait, did they have pictures?
I didn't open it.
Oh, you should have opened. I mean, look, I would have opened it. Let's go. Walking around the corner.
Surely our friends will be over here.
Wow, there's a sound of swirling. Oh shit! Look at that.
As you go into this room, Compton, you first notice that the upstanding platform, the red one, is no longer upstanding. It's completely level with the yellow pad. You see the swirling black ichor, and you see that Roshan and Farron are both gone.
Well, then that's not ideal for the.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, you dropped out. No, you're not. You're
Okay,
not
sorry. I did describe this room previously, so if there were changes, Baron would have noticed, but that's okay. I don't know. Okay, they're not here. This looks bad. I don't know about that. This wasn't like this before. There was two distinct platforms, and now that's just one.
Do you think they?
Farron! Roshan!
Maybe they're down this way. They're not down here.
I don't think so. Okay, here. Okay, you know what we got to do to figure this one out? What is the worst choice that you can make in this room? And then let's do that one.
Oh my god. Well, there's no gems to touch.
Okay, good. Hey, that's good thinking. Cross that one off the list. No gems.
Probably diving headfirst into whatever the fuck that is.
Big facts. That's true, I think. Before I do that though, Compton's going to gingerly put his the toe of his boot on this platform. Does it look like it holds weight?
Yeah.
I'm gonna step on it.
Yeah. You touch on the yellow, nothing happens. You touch on the red.
I
You feel like it pushes a little bit more. Like it at one point it was a pressure plate, but it's already gone as far as it can go.
Okay, this probably was a trap. I like that we didn't do this one first. Look at us progressing. Remember when a door killed me one time only ever? Let's fucking go. I guess it's just into the goopy then. Y'all want to hold hands?
Do we? So we're doing this. We're jumping into this thing.
We don't have to jump as much as we can just slide into it. Maybe look at it. It's like spinning around. Like it could be kind of like a jacuzzi. It could be nice. Is it warm? You think so? Maybe.
If I touch the edge of the bottom of my staff in there, does it do anything?
As soon as you're making contact with the pool, touching your staff, all of a sudden you start to see your staff get stretched out, and then you get pulled in with it as well. And you start to
Even
swirl
if I
around.
let go?
Yeah, you're connected to it.
Compton dove in. As soon as she starts getting stretched out, he's like, hell no.
All right. One after another, you all bloop, 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 go into the whirlpool. And as you all disappear into this black, ichory whirlpool, we're going to take a 5-minute break there, everybody. This night's a little bit shorter.
Yay!
So we're going to take a short break.
Everyone roll up a new character.
For
It's
big backs.
Yeah.
Normally we take a 10-minute break, but we got a shorter session this week, so we're going to be back in 5 minutes, everybody. So we'll be back at 10:45. Make sure to get up, stretch your legs, get a drink, kiss your loved ones. Be right back.
I can't
Or
be that
don't.
fast.
Bye. Penis.
Hello, everyone. We're back.
Big old
Boobies.
pain.
Yeah.
Boobies.
So it's a good thing that you're here, Farron, because this is you. When
Mhm.
you and Roshan go through the pool and start to swirl around and around, you feel like you get pulled through something. You don't feel like you were in the original location. You feel everything starts to have more distinct sensations to you. The smells are deeper, more robust. There's like a almost weird mustiness to this room. It's just overall your sensations are kind of on overdrive.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it in the crystal. Turn this one down. And you see though in the middle where you shoot out, there is a multi-tiered fountain, and standing on top looks like a statue reminiscent of Lady Syrier, the one that popped in your head.
Okay.
Around the room, you see that there are 8 torches, all lit ablaze, lighting up this room completely. But you see there are no exits, there are no windows, there's nothing in here that leads you to see a way out. There's not even anything else besides some other statues of beasts that you've never seen before. Very unique in design, some type of like shadowy creatures or monstrosities, some people who have very distinct longish figures, just a cacophony of different otherworldly beings in statue form throughout this room.
So I can obviously tell that the one in the middle is
Yes.
Telrine, right?
And she's the one who's sitting up top, this two-tier fountain
Gotcha.
that you
okay.
all came out of.
And the other ones, can I recognize what they are, who they are?
Nope. They do not have as much detail as the rest. Their faces are all completely muddled out. Some of the creatures don't even look like creatures you've seen before. Very otherworldly.
Okay. Hmm. Anything out of the ordinary? Can I just take a look out around the room? Any like
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
any like pressure plates, switches, levers, whatever. Perception.
Mhm.
18.
18. So as you're looking, you see that there are the 8 torches all throughout. An
Mhm.
odd thing that you notice is that there are some empty buckets all strewed out through this chamber. The chamber is a little bit in ruins, but you do see on the base of where the fountain is, it says, the more that is here, the less you will see.
The more that is here, the less you will see.
Yep. And Roshan, you were there as well, because you came
Yeah.
through with Farron.
Roshan has his hands, like he's let go of Farron's hand. His hands are in his pockets. He doesn't want to touch anything in this new place.
Farron's gonna look at Rashawn and we probably shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
I didn't say you shouldn't have, but like I said, I'm here, so it doesn't really matter. You already did it.
Under the buckets, are they like, if I look above them, like on the ceiling, is there any like, I don't know, water damage, anything?
With an 18, you do see that there are some water stains in the fountain. That there probably
there's
was
no
water
in the fountain. Okay.
No,
Okay.
it is an empty fountain currently, but you do see that maybe there was at some point water in there.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Can I investigate the middle statue real quick?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Like what's her position? Like, is it literally what we're looking at right now? Is she like pointing at anything? Is she looking at
Nope.
anything? Okay.
Nope. The only thing she's pointing to is it looks like she's pointing to the sky once again, like the statue reminiscent when you first came in. But you see that
Okay.
there is not that eclipse painting on the ceiling. It doesn't look like she's pointing to anything whatsoever.
Rashawn, do you have any ideas?
When I get up close and inspect these other statues, are there any defining features on them?
No, they are actually very muddled. The details on them, like the faces, any distinct features, have. It's almost like someone like took sandpaper or like a chisel and like took away all the distinct features of these statues.
So, and I don't know if I would be able to discern this or not. It doesn't look like they were made that way. It looks like somebody did something to them to make them that way.
It looks like maybe they were either corrupted over, like been smoothed out over time or something like that. It's hard to
Okay.
tell. It's hard to tell unless you were there during the creation of the sculpture, right?
Yeah.
But as you're all having this conversation, zoop, 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 3 more shoot out of the fountain.
Oh, hey.
Compton's sprawled on the ground because he's not good at things. Fuck. What okay.
Farron's
Is there any-
gonna take his staff and help. And offer it to Compton to help him up because he knows he doesn't like to touch him.
Farron, are you offering me your wood? And I take it and I stand up.
Just yeah, I guess, yeah, okay. You're welcome.
We got everybody. Everybody got their parts. This is Rashawn. Rashawn, oh, there you are. Handsome boy.
Farron's gonna point out the woman in the middle, and you know when we touched those gems up top, she like made herself known to me. That woman right there.
Oh shit! I forgot you haven't had a class yet, huh? Have you had a class yet?
I guess a class.
Yeah. Okay. So when we done got our gym hands, some of us has had classes with our folks, our friends. Like I had a class with Mr. Salazar. It was I lost an eyeball. Don't worry about that part though. I'm sure you're fine. Yeah. So they're like kind of here, but not maybe. I don't know how that works.
Do I know her name yet, or just show herself and I don't know who she is?
You do know, like you
Okay,
when you
okay.
touch the book, like a flood of memories of who she is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Went into your brain.
And is my gem reacting in any way if I like hold it out?
In the way that it's reacting, it feels stronger. Like there's a radiation of magic that comes about it that kind of flows throughout your body. Like a nice, when you go home and like after, let's say, a cold, bitter day where everything has been terrible, but you get inside, you make a tea, you feel all relaxed, you feel at home. This is what you're getting flowing through your body right now.
Okay. Farron's gonna get up to the fountain, like at the very edge.
Mm-hmm.
And use telepathy. This is a long stretch, I know. Use telepathy and just say in his brain and to anyone, not the group, Uh, just the words teach me.
Okay. And you're looking for the presence of another mind, right? Besides your main group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well played. I didn't expect this, but I know it can. Okay. As you're doing this, you don't hear a voice, though, coming from the direction of the statue. Those creatures that are off to the side that you don't know, you hear one kind of peek up and just like a guttural roar. Free me and I can teach you all you need.
Just one single word again. How?
Through my blood.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all. That's not okay. It's not good. Fuck.
This is all in your brain, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like we can't hear this shit.
He's just staring at a statue currently, yeah.
Would the three new people have had the time to kind of wander the room to pick up this riddle and the torches?
That's up to you guys if you guys have been started to wander around.
I'm saying if he's doing this,
yeah,
can Compton just wander and pick up the information that they would have gotten?
Yeah, so like I said, there's 8 torches in the room. It illuminates the entire room. On the base of the fountain, there is the more that is here, the less you will see. There are a couple of buckets all strewn out. It's hard to tell how many specifically there are because they're all makeshift around unless you are specifically counting them. And there is a 2-tier fountain. And just like when you see a fountain, the main feature of the fountain is the statue on the top. On my cup of balls.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, so there is one thing Compton will try to do when we're going around. What's the height of these torches?
Standard, like if you were to reach up. Yep.
What he's gonna do is he's gonna like grab the. There's smart people in the world who know what the names of things are, and then there's Robert.
Sconce.
And so
The
I'm gonna
sconce.
touch the wood.
Okay.
Does it move? Could I remove the torch if I needed to? Could I?
You
move
cannot.
It? Okay. I'm going to pass my hand quickly through the fire.
Yep.
Is it true fire or is it magical fire?
It is true fire. Like it burns.
But I can't take the torch out.
Nope.
I wonder, like, yeah, when Compton finishes this lap and Farron is talking to a statue,
the best way to
but we
describe
don't
it to
know
understand what it is like where you see the jut out of the sconce. There's probably like either a screw or a rail that goes through the wooden part of the torch.
Okay. I'm gonna finish my walkabout doing this. Hopefully next to Rashawn, whose hands are in his pockets, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, has he figured out the riddle yet?
Well, it seems pretty obvious. We just shut out the torches, right? The shadow and everything. Make it dark. We see more.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. You know, less light, more sight.
It does. It's counterintuitive, but I see. It's a shadow place. It makes sense.
We just fell through like a shadow hole, so like maybe intuition's out the door a little bit. The question though is, what the fuck's he doing? Because he's been staring at that statue in such a way I think you want to kiss it.
Maybe he's trying to figure out what it was. Because if you look at them, you can't tell. It looks person shaped, but like you can't make out any features or anything. It's
Yeah, but I thought that goes hand in hand with the riddle. We take the light away, the more you see, which would mean that the definition of the statue would then appear.
See, I was thinking that there was just something hidden in the room we weren't seeing. I didn't think it would change the statues. That's a good observation.
It's probably not going to happen.
He's
Also,
studying
hi.
really hard, though. Hello.
Yeah. This is I'm hanging out right now. I really like to wear in his house. He's a cute boy. I wish I could touch his hands. I can't though, because
It's warmer now.
Trevor finna kill him, and then that's just bad for all of us.
He's not,
Rain
not,
and
not as
Farron.
cold as he used to be.
Rain and Stoat, are you two doing anything?
Also walking around. So are we gonna put these torches out, or? That was to the group.
Well, we're waiting for Farron to tell us what to do, because we're in Farron's house. I can't just turn the lights off in Farron's house. Maybe the lights are important.
Is Farron like blinking, or does he look transfixed?
That's up to Farron.
I want to say transfixed, but definitely coherent. Not blinking, but is definitely aware of what is going on around.
Great. I'm gonna go up to Farron and wave my hand in front of his face. Farron, are you in there, buddy?
He blinks and like shakes his head. Yeah, sorry, I just not really what I expected. I think we should find a way to, and I'll point to the torches to get these lights out.
Okay, great.
Roshan will pull one hand out of his pocket and turn off the nearest torch with prestidigitation.
It does not go out.
Compton will. I think Compton thinks that it isn't going to work this way. There's something with the buckets and the fountain. And
It doesn't go
I
out.
think, yeah, I think Compton's going to go to the nearest bucket and pick it up and take it to the fountain and fill it with water.
There is no water in the fountain.
There's no water.
He's going to dip it in there. It doesn't matter
Just
what's in there.
before
He's going to
that-
dip it in there.
Stoat's been at the fountain, and she's gonna pour part of like her. She realizes the fountain's empty. She's gonna pour some of her water skin, some water from her water skin in.
As soon as you like pour it on top, it just stays there. But Compton, as soon as you dip your bucket into the fountain, it becomes heavier.
You beat me to it.
You asked us to put the lights out.
Listen, I know.
Just do.
Baron,
Are you pretending?
Baron will defeatedly do the same.
I'll hand you the bucket.
No, it's fine.
It's a fire line. It's good.
So
But this torch doesn't go out, right?
no, when you do your presentation, it does not. Same when Stoat does the pouring of her flask on hers, it does not go out.
Okay, so just for illustrative purposes, Roshan is now standing in front of one of these torches and just snapping at it, trying to get it to go out.
I love it. Go out. Go out.
You're standing too close to it. It's not gonna go out with you there.
What? Do you think it's shy?
No, but like he's. Look at him.
It's because he's fire too. I see what you did. That was a racism. We've just transferred from orcs to fire folk. Stoat, can we talk
It's
about
not a
the
bad
problem?
thing.
I don't know. You just made it. That's fine. Here, take a bucket. It's not empty. I
Why
promise.
does that look so heavy for you?
Stoat, we don't have to talk about my inadequacies right now. What the fuck? You took a gem. You didn't have a shed. Fuck. He just sets the bucket down and gets another one.
So the only thing is who tried to put out one of the torches with the bucket?
Farron did.
Fair. As soon as you tip the bucket over top of it, and when you try and pull the bucket out, it doesn't move. It hangs there in place, and you see that the light goes out. And all of a sudden, you see little trickles from the very top of the fountain. Looks like little drops of water are starting to appear from the top of the fountain.
Farron's gonna run to the next bucket, like another empty bucket, do the same.
They're not empty. Compton is systematically filling them and
okay,
setting
cool.
them down for people to grab them. There's 8 of them.
All right.
He's not fucking walking all over the place.
Yeah, I'll grab one and do it. I'll
Okay.
grab 2.
One by one, you all just start dumping the buckets on top of the torches. And you start to see the flow of the water from the top of the statue starts to become more consistent, fuller, starts to become almost like a tidal wave of water coming down from the top tier to the second tier. Who puts out the last torch?
I will, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very much. Me. Fair.
As Farron grabs the last bucket and puts it over, you start to see the statue on top of the 2 tier start to shake. And as it does, it slams down. And the first tier slams into the second tier, and then the top statue slams into the bottom. And this tidal wave of black water just starts to encompass the entire room. And the room starts to fill up with water. Slowly but surely, the water level is going up.
Well, this isn't ideal.
This is so Compton has an internal battle because this is drowning and he fucking hates it. But he also recognizes that this water wasn't water before and it might not be water now. And I think that he's going to not say anything, but try something. I'm going to submerge while the water is still low. I'm just going to go ahead and sink into it and see if I can breathe there.
So as Compass lays down into the water, as it went it's probably about your thighs now. So as he lays down completely in Compass, Compton disappears through the water. Like the water's so dark that you couldn't see where your feet was, and Compton, as far as you can tell, he's under the water and you just can't see him where he is. But for Compton, it's almost like you walked through a portal, and when you laid down into the water, you were turned right side back up, and you're standing in the same room now. Where the woman was standing as a statue, she stands as a woman, and Compton will see this now. There is this layer of water that stands on the bottom. You see this beautiful winding black tree with branches going everywhere, and off in the distance you see this city of grays and blacks and beautiful pure silver and black waterfalls all in the distance falling. What's everybody else doing?
I think after like 30 seconds of Compton not reemerging, I'd go over to where he was and try to reach under the water to get him. But he's not there.
He's nowhere to be found.
Guys, Compton just like poofed down into the water. I think I'm gonna see if I can find him, I guess. But he went down went down and is not there, so I'm gonna check it out.
Stoat's very short. Like, where's the water coming up to her?
Probably about chest.
Okay, so yeah, she also dips her head underneath the water.
So with Stoat, like when you dip, kind of like pull yourself under, you are pulled directly under and you're shot back up in the new room.
Oh, okay. She can see Compton now.
Yeah, you see Compton. You see this figure standing, looking out the window, or like on the opposite side of the room.
I would have squatted down and went like I was gonna swim under there. So
Okay.
I probably would have come out flailing a little.
And the water continues to rise for Roshan and Farron.
Seeing everybody else go down and not come back up, Roshan's just gonna kind of like wade over to Farron and offer him a hand. It can't be worse than just drowning, right? We do that anyways.
I mean, as long as yeah, right. Deep breath.
Yeah, so on 3, right?
1, 2, go. And Farron
3.
drops.
And then he'll go with him.
Once again, when you two pop out, the others are standing there waiting. Compton, Reyna, and Stout. When you all appeared, the woman did not turn to face. She was watching over the picturesque city off in the distance. But Roshan and Farron, when you pop out, you see your other individuals there. This room is not as pristine as the other one. The statues are now gone. You see that there are people who are standing where the statues once were. The creatures are not there, but the people who were unidentified figures are there, but they do not move. They're clad in armor, almost looking like guards. You see the woman as soon as Farron appears. Farron, your gem starts to pulsate and radiate. And you see once again, grabbing up your image, this woman turns around to greet you. Welcome, child, the one who has chosen to go down the school of shadow and conjuration, a disciple. I greet you warmly, welcomely, to my home. I'm glad to see that, well, my other disciples' deterrence for those who tried to get into this realm did not deter you along your journey.
Farron will nod and give a slight bow. Awkwardly, mind you.
She comes over to you. Like, she never touches you, but she kind of does that. Like, it looks like she's going to touch you, but then tries to lift your head without actually making contact with you. There are no need for bows. I am not royalty. I am a simple teacher.
My mind is for molding. Teach me everything you can.
Well, there are many things I can teach. That will take time, of course. There are many things to unlock. But is there anything that is on your mind currently, this very moment, that you wish to have me answer?
A couple questions. Who am I?
That is a very loaded question. In what regard do you mean? When it comes to who you are as a person, that is usually a question that you yourself have to answer.
When I awoke, I thought my name was Farron Quinn. Is that my identity?
She looks at you deeply, stares at you. You start to see her hand glow, and she touches your chest. And for the first time in a long time, you feel a pulse of like douche, a heartbeat. I can't tell you if that is who you are, or it's who this was. But I can tell you that someone or something was not always residing within this. And she like rubs your shoulder.
Sorry, really quick. Can we all hear this?
Yeah, she's talking. If you guys
Okay,
are
okay.
getting up and listening to it, especially for Rain and Stoke, one thing you're going to notice right away: she does not have a shadow.
She touched the gem.
When she touches my chest, is she warm to the touch?
No.
Okay.
It actually, like, when she's putting pressure on your chest, you feel like that pump, but you feel no actual pressure
No heat,
from her
no heat,
touching.
no cold. Okay.
No even pressure.
Okay. Okay. What is this parasite inside of me?
She looks at you confused for a moment. I did detect that there was another life within your vessel. Without anything more intrusive, it's hard to answer exactly what this is. I can feel, though, the essence, the magic of it. Suits you very well as I. There seems to be some type of connection amongst it.
Is it keeping me alive?
That is not a question I can answer. That would be a question for the one who put it there. She touches once again where the chest is, and you feel like the stone like doo doo. As far as I can tell, this is the essence keeping you alive currently.
What about the name Perish?
Gotta give me a moment. Perish, what is that?
The name that is on the paperwork. You specified that it was a...
Yes. She wouldn't know regarding what that is at all.
Okay.
No. I apologize. I only know what I know. You've come here seeking details about your life, which I have not known you throughout them. I can tell you have magic which resides deep within you that gives you life. You have magic that resides you which seems to feed off of your accolades. I can tell you have confusion, but sadly that is not what I can teach you. I can teach you how to wield the magic that I understand. I can give you skills to help you along your journey into the tower. I can help you along your path. And she will rub her hand above your gem. And you will actually see your gem starts to open up and recede back into your hand. And where there was once that gem is now a key.
What is it? It's still in my hand.
It's on your hand, yeah.
Like it's still embedded in my hand.
It's not embedded in your hand, it's sitting on your hand.
Just in my... Okay. I'm
Yeah.
holding it in my hand. Okay.
No, it's just sitting on top. Like
Got it.
it's stuck right there, but you can tell it's not like embedded in there.
Got it. Okay. Where does this go?
It's not where does it go. It's what it belongs to. If you've all made it this far, you should have a lock that needs to be, well, unlocked. And this is one of the 4 that will make sure you find it. While you think of that, I do have much to teach you. But I need to know what you wish to know more about. Do you wish to bring things into existence? To conjure them? Do you wish to manipulate shadows? To assist in hiding you? Masking you? Making you seem other things? Or would you wish to have shadows overwhelm your enemies, those who wish to harm you?
Those who wish to harm me.
Okay. And as you say that, all of you will see as ribbons of quasi-real darkness extend from Farron's body. And you see these long, black, ichor tendrils sprout from his shadows. And where some of like the rocks that are like embedded out, one like shatters it, another one springs out and shatters another one. And you've learned the spell Shadow Tendrils.
That's perfect. Awesome.
Write it down.
Yep.
Oh no, I have to send him the spell. It's a very unique spell.
Okay.
This is what I can teach you in the short amount of time we have. As you delve deeper into your studies, you will learn more over time, of course. But I hope this will assist you along your journey thus far. And then she will finally like push her hand up to touch your face, and you feel the shadow starts to dissipate as it makes contact with you. I'm sad that I myself could not be here to greet one of my new disciples, but my essence, my shadow, my memories up until this point, I have made sure to leave, to reside here, so that I can further my studies within the world.
I do have one more question.
Of course.
Is there, and you said that you have to stay here. Is there any way that I can call upon you to aid if needed?
At this current point in time, I have to reside here, but as your skills increase, and you'll see she holds out her hand and her shadow form starts to like diminish a bit, she gets shorter, and you'll all of a sudden see a trail of shadow like a tendril goes across the floor, and one of the hexagons on the floor open up, and she will give you a shard.
Okay.
This here, if you use it before you are ready, it will be a one-time use. But if you hold off until you are ready to use it, you will learn it. This here will help you summon one of my greatest creations, the Shadow Titan. And she will give you, you'll see like an image of flash. She summons a conjuration of an illusion. And you guys have seen in the history books of kind of what a stone giant looks like in their size and dimensions. This one here is one completely encased in stone and just silver speckles and grays and blacks of armor that's kind of put around. But the size of it is a huge, huge construct. So you currently have the gem that has Conjure Shadow Titan on it.
Okay. I extend my sincerest gratitude. Thank you. Thank you
I
very much.
extend my sincerest gratitude that there are those who still wish to learn what I would believe at this point to be deemed uncouth. Things have been written out of the history books. She turns her attention finally to the rest of you all. Thank you for bringing my disciple home. I believe he'll be a great help as you all find your masters. And I can only assume the tower. I have to ask, who is the one who has chosen the path of Salazar?
Did this the hi Compton Wheeler? You look nice.
Thank you. Well, if you're following the paths as they're intended, I can send you near where any of the other schools are, depending on who wishes to go next. But with the lesson plan we created for them, Salazar should be the next teacher you all visit. But I've always been one who likes to go against the grain. So whoever wishes to learn first, I'll allow.
I have a thought on that, actually. That's a good. I fucking like that, mostly because education's a journey, right? And we all find our own way, and that's good. I like that against grain thing. Do you? Can I ask you a question? Is that all right?
I'll allow limited questions, unlike my disciple here.
That's fair. I understand, and I appreciate your
Ask the
professorship.
question.
Yep. Okay, so we came through a house in the swamp, and it was all dilapidated, and it had a hard time in it. And inside the house, there was a big troll man by the name of Wilfrem. You know Wilfrem?
I've heard of him from my other disciple.
Okay, so here's the problem. Wilfrem's doing a tip-top job making sure that this place stays protected. The problem is his master, Luminous, I think his name was, or something like that. I think he's dead. And Wilfrem out there all alone, and he's going crazy. Like, we fixed him when we done come through, but he's going crazy when we not there. And I'm wondering if there's a way we can transfer ownership to, and he's going to point to Farron.
Looks fair. Do you wish to be the new master of the school?
He helped us, so it is fitting that we help him.
I ask again. You're going to take on the responsibility.
Yes. Yes, I will.
All right. As he is a conjuration of a part of me, he should understand the next time you visit him. But that will be probably quite some time until you see him again. And she will look down and reaches into the water. How do you handle pain?
like a welcome guest.
That's badass. She doesn't say that, but fucking Farron just fucking like a boss. She'll reach into the water and she's going to pull out like one of those shadow boils like you saw on him.
Mhm.
This is an essence of what he was made out of, not the entire thing. But it should help you keep a connection of him. If you can, open your chest, please. Well, your shirt.
Farron
No, I
quickly
need you
does.
to tear it open. Like you're. No, I need to see where your heart
No,
is.
no.
She said it.
As soon as you open up your shirt, she drives her hand into your chest. Just like how he drove his hand in. And when she pulls it back out, you have one of those boiled gems right smack center in your chest.
Just another thing inserted into me. That's fine. Okay, cool.
That's how we do it in the Feywilds.
Can confirm.
Thank you.
I will warn you, though. You've received many gifts this day. And with this much magical essence infused in one's body so quickly, there may be repercussions.
Okay.
It all depends on how well you can handle it. I would recommend not using the Shadow Titan for at least one cycle. She points at the great blue moon in the sky.
She said at least one cycle.
Yep.
Okay. I understand.
She looks at all the rest of you. I can't assist you all in your training. That is for others to teach. But the question is, who amongst you is the one who... Why are you guys laughing?
Don't worry about it. It's the insertion joke. Because he talked about everybody inserting him.
Okay. I can't teach you myself, but those who wish to learn rather quickly, I can help guide you to your next leg of your journey.
I do have a table question because it's important. The book showed us a map to this specific spot.
It did.
If we were to pull the book out now and look at it, has the map changed?
There is no map. There was just the map to this location.
So she is, no matter what, our conduit to the next place. But and again, this is still outside. We know that we figured out this is a cardinal direction based system, but we don't. Did we also? And somebody can maybe remember better than I do. Did we remember which directions the gems belong to? Did we?
What do you mean?
So the gems are oriented in a fashion where it's
blue at the top. It was black to the left. It was the green to the right. And then the red gem at the bottom.
So red is Stillwater in this orientation. Stillwater direction, blue is Lernwick, and green is the Wastes.
Near the Waste of Durnladur, yeah.
I don't want to go there. I mean, okay, so she can send us anywhere.
Just do rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, look, that's a good one. I like that because we should just treat every educational opportunity as a game of chance. That's I like it. But do we want to go to Lernwick? If we go to Stillwater, we could see my kids. That'd be nice. We could do that. Wait, maybe we shouldn't. I look around like, well, I mean, it might be. Maybe you don't want to see my kids. I don't know how that works. It's like about. We could. I don't know.
Do you want to see your kids?
I love my children. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Yep. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just okay. All right. Okay.
I have some questions that Lernwick might answer aside from this whole situation. But I'm okay with going to Stillwater. You haven't seen your family in a long time.
Yeah. You know, I mean, maybe that's a good idea. Y'all can meet Jesus. It'll be fun. We can get some peaches. Y'all like peaches? Right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really like peaches, especially when they turn to blueberries.
That's not good. Everybody can get some fucking boots. Oh my God, we could be kitted up. Let's do that.
You all can discuss where you're going to go. And you see a portal appears underneath of your all feet, and you're put into a little small study.
Thank you.
Are there books in here that we can take?
No, it's just
have sex in it.
It's just a little small seating room, with just like a nice table with some food in it.
I'm gonna say this. This is Rob speaking to everybody. I love that Grimm's NPCs become Grim the longer we talk, and it's like I'm done with you people. Just fuck it. I'm leaving, and because I can't leave. You're leaving. This is mass. Okay.
I just love that you guys just stop. It's like these powerful NPCs. You're like, okay, guys, group huddle.
Yeah. It's on brand.
I know. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, so look, clearly she don't want me going to my school, which I like, and that's fine. We'll go there eventually. So the question is, she likes to go against the grain. So I want to do what she likes to do. She's nice and pretty.
DM, no, I have 100% have that location all planned out.
Believe you do. No, I'm not saying, guys at home, again, I believe Grim is ready for any contingency here because we're assholes. But the NPC doesn't want me to, and I like that. So, look, she don't want me to go to that school because she wants to push against grain. I'm for that. That's fine. Which school do we want to go to? Rashawn, we could go learn more about your timey-wimey magics, or we could do y'all's stuff. And then, I don't know. I don't want the fact that Stillwater's close to home is home. We don't know really where the school's at. I don't want that to be the deciding factor is all I'm trying to say.
I mean, Rashawn, do you want to learn your time magic?
There is no word that I need or want to be specifically. I'm just sort of, we'll get to it, right? Not in a rush is what I'm saying. It's just like I said, I don't have anywhere I need to be. I am slightly more favored to not going east necessarily, but that's a personal issue that I don't want to affect this. He gestures around to everybody.
What I would like everybody to do at this point in time, send me a message. Privately. On a scale of 1 to 10, how interested each person is in their school of magic. Don't talk to each other. Just send it to me.
Talk to each other.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we just did mine, so mine probably doesn't. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I need Compton and Roshan to both roll me a D100.
I was so excited to roll dice, Graham. Gosh, can I just roll one anyway?
Yeah, you can roll
confidence. You
can always roll dice.
Always.
Yeah. Roll mine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, you already rolled it.
I'm there for it.
She said you sure after she rolled it.
You already rolled it. You can't do that. I saw you do the roll action.
67.
All right.
I got an 86.
All right. As you're all sitting there bickering about, I don't want to do my thing. Oh, I don't want to be the one to force you all to go. And there's indecisiveness.
I said rock, paper, scissors.
You did. But she has more magic than that. And she walks through one of the shadows in the corner. There is eagerness amongst you, but one slightly more than the other. So, I believe those who have the strive to pursue the knowledge with the roads you will be meeting, being able to fully encompass the skills that you drive so hardly to master will be a great benefit. She looks over at Roshan. Best of luck. Unlike finding me, you will have to use your wits, your investigative talents, and your understanding of what you're trying to seek to find the location. I can get you close, but sadly, we were all a bit secretive, so I can't get you to the exact location. There is one caveat. I helped create the protections around all the other schools. They were bounded to my realm. So, the portal to their school will not open up until, she points at the moon in the sky, the Tulamine moon, the giant blue moon that shows up every 90 days in the world of Wilfrem. It will not appear until the moon is high in the sky. I don't know how long it is until the next time for all of you, but I wish you the best of luck. Does anybody want to say anything before something happens?
If we left him with you, could you get it to Wilfrem?
Should be able to.
Compton's gonna dig into his bag and pull out one of the sending stones and just give it to her.
Is this to keep in contact with Wilfrem?
Yeah.
You won't need that. And as she says that, portal opens up underneath all of you. And woof, 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 you all fall through the shadow ichor once again. And you all land in a snowy tundra. The wind blowing all around you. You could barely sight unseen, as the snow is just going absolutely a torrent of just blowing all around, swirling. You barely see a sight. But Reyna, you know this very well. May not be, and same with Stone. This may not be exactly where your homes are, but you are, in fact, in the Northern Barrens, deep within the thick northern snow. And that's where we're going to end the session there.
Hey, y'all, shout outs to Horse with No Name.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I was gonna say
No.
you need to right now sending the owner of that place and be like, hey, there's a horse in the swamp if you want to do something about that. Also,
Yeah.
that wagon's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all the whiskey on it.
Yeah, that's
If
it.
anybody asks us for Mukresh, we
was
have the
the-
paperwork that says it's for Mukresh. We have the
Yeah.
paperwork that says for Mukresh. It's not with the whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
Oops.
What was the name of the place again, Grim?
Where what?
Where did you send us?
The frozen tundra.
Frozen Tundra. Okay.
Yep.
The Northern Barrens.
Yep.
We up here.
You guys are in the middle of the coldest place in all of Wilfrem.
Okay.
Which is
Oh my
so
God,
cool
we're in
because
Canada.
we're super dressed for the weather.
Yeah, 100%.
I was thinking about that. This sucks. Hey, what number did you send Grim, Splendor?
I was about to ask you the very same question.
I asked first, so that means I win.
You both.
I guess so. So I will for the folks at home, because it's important. Transparency is important. The exact message that I sent Graham was Roshan is a solid 10, but doesn't want to put anyone out of place.
I
He
said
speci-
I know you
Go
sent
ahead.
him a 78, but that's cheating. It's still a 10 in my mind.
78.
I said this was what I said. 78. That's 78 of 10, not 7 or 8. 78. Indistinct messages. I'm just saying.
It was Roshan is a solid 10, but he doesn't want to put anyone out of place, and followed up with gotta figure out that time stuff. It's like gotta. I gotta. Roshan really wants to. I don't feel any sort of way
The
about it.
scale was 10. So when you add an extra 68 onto it, it still doesn't go past 10.
It shows how interested that I am.
Yeah, and then you trusted B with your dice roll.
B did well. B did fine. I'm not gonna look.
What would
look
you
here.
roll? Roll right now.
Roll right now. Okay. watch
Roll
this.
right now.
Okay, hold on. I was packing the dice up. I got to get out the 2 10
Don't
ones that
forget
I
to
have.
say always hi to jinx yourself.
Okay, look, we're gonna say always high, and I'm gonna get a 2. Are we ready? For fuck's sake, I got an 85. I don't think that beats you though, right?
No, it's a 7.
That was close enough.
Always
There it
roll
goes.
your own dice. Lesson learned.
Never
Yeah.
roll your own dice because it doesn't matter.
That's it, everybody. That's it for tonight's session because I got to do some prep work for the next session.
That's so
Fantastic.
exciting.
Woo!
We up here
Hey,
in
We're in
the
a new
snow.
place. Yeah, this place
Guys.
sucks for Stoke, but woo!
Yeah. But you know what? Stowe and Raina are both going to be really good at navigating us. So
Yep.
I would have loved for your description of our location to have ended with something like you can faintly see, lights on the horizon, like there might be a town. That'd been cool.
Oh,
Luckily, I could make a tower if we need something to be
Oh
inside.
yeah, erecting towers.
Oh,
I am dressed for the occasion. I just fell out of the ice Feywild.
it is true.
brag about it.
Both Rain and Stout know that if you build up your town to be like, oh, faint lights in the distance, that's how you get dead. All right. Thanks, guys.
No,
We'll
thank
see you-
you. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. But now you don't know this, Farron, but you got a little guy. You got a little guy.
Little dude.
Yeah. So
Minions.
you guys just keep gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Dude, what the heck was that about, like, having a different life in you?
Yeah.
Gifts from Arrow?
To be fair, when I did say the thing about owning the school, I just don't want Wilfrem going crazy. He don't gotta follow us around, nothing like that. But man, it makes me feel bad knowing he's just going crazy. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
All right, everybody. We're gonna end it here. To all my players, thank you again for always making time and doing this and hanging out. To everybody out there who stops by to watch our zany adventures, thank you again. And I hope that all of you find people to go out and have adventures yourselves. So everybody have a great night. Goodbye and enjoy your weekend. And it's getting close to Christmas.